Yeah, that's why I did it, man. I know.
Hey, I can see him at the high school on the sideline, like mother, father, sister, brother.
Run right now.
What you looking at?
That shit, bro.
What you looking at? Got two TVs of my own. I don't need a cat. Hold up. No, sir. Step into the mic, bring me closer. Sabotage back in the lab, and to stop that, you gonna have to go through both. The swole up. Anytime I pull up the bars, I buck up my shoulders and pour the heart.
Send me Del Rey.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's 7 o'clock. It's Monday. You know what time it is. It is the knockout hour with your boy, the notorious one, the biggest one, TKO. And I'm here. He's back again, once again, for the third week in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you love him. He's one of the North Carolina's biggest indie wrestling stars out there. He's back here for the third week for a reason, ladies and gentlemen, because y'all love him, and I love him too. Let's introduce him one more time, ladies and gentlemen. It's Snooty Fox. Give it up, Snooty Fox, everybody. What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, Snooty Fox, if you will. Doing what's going on, big team.
Nothing much, if you will, but no, I'm just kidding.
If you will, ladies and gentlemen. American Dream, Snooty Fox.
Son of a plumber. Well, anyway, y'all, we back again.
Started off hot. Started off hot, baby.
We're gonna get into some good old news like we always do in a couple of minutes. We're gonna come when you come in at Knockout Hour, always be prepared for good combat sports action news, as well as plenty of news from the WWE, and also my company that I run and own is called Icon Pro Wrestling. We got many things we'll talk about. That is the leading weeks coming up. We got show dates out there for this year, so we're going to go and get into that in the later half. And then for a lot of folks that tunes in and don't get this, they be like, hey, TKO, why don't you ever do any road stories? Things that you may encounter on the road, you find it, hilarious, weird, whatever. Hey, we got it. All right.
There's a lot of those
tonight. Well, we got a lot of good stories, especially me and the Fox here. So we're going to go ahead and jump into what happened in our daily lives on
we
the
can't talk about all of them now.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. But before we get into the show, man, how was your weekend?
Man, weekend was busy, man. I've been trying to get the kids ready to go back to school, and there's just been a whole lot going on with that. I had the weekend off as far as bookings and stuff, which I was happy about. So I just kind of did, the family thing, man. The Fox is a dad too. You got a lot of stuff that outside wrestling that got to be taken care of. So it was nice to be able to sit back and just focus on the other things. You know what I mean? And now it's Monday.
Yeah, man. I'm about to say it was about the same for me. Like I said, shout out to all the parents out there that got those kids looking good, going out there spending that good money. But make sure that not only you buy those Balenciaga shoes and those Jordan 1s, make sure you pick up a pack of pencils in a book bag. Because that is the most irritating thing and irresponsible of you guys, all right? Let's stop doing that. These teachers have families too. They have terrible salaries, and they can't be paying for your kids' pencils and paper so your kids can have the best designer clothes for the first week of school, all right?
Yeah.
Chill out with that.
Let's buy a Gucci book bag and Gucci flip flops, but I ain't got no pencil. I ain't got no eraser. Can I borrow a pen?
What? Oh yeah, that's how it goes. We'll get into that later on too. We're gonna get into that part because I'm gonna say that for later because we may have to do a new segment closing that show about that thing because we're gonna talk about some school stuff.
Just about that alone.
Yes, because it relates to we were doing a donation drive these past couple of weeks, so I was able to hand out several supplies at the event along with the Snooty Fox, and then I also handed out to this school right down the street from here. My daughter attends called South Graham Elementary, where they was able to take in several products, especially book bags full of supplies. We had Popeyes also gave us many things like disinfectants for the toilets, Lysol, shampoo and conditioner, just in case those children, some of them don't have that. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, what'd you say, chicken? No, we ain't giving out no chicken.
I said they gave us chicken too.
Oh no, Popeye gave us chicken, but we can't feed these babies.
Not for them. We ain't saying our chicken. Hey man, I don't know if this is the right point or not, but I feel like this platform is an awesome opportunity to talk about what I experienced today and things that people can do to prevent it. I don't know. You let me know. I'm
We'll
taking
talk
your
about that
lead.
later. Yeah, no
Okay,
doubt. We'll
all
talk
right, got
about that at the back end. Yeah. So
gotcha.
as we sat there, and other than that, I just sat around because after the Icon Pro's 3rd-year anniversary show, sometimes the brother that worked so hard, we had to just take a week and just relax. So for everybody out there, if I haven't been on social media, if I haven't been like, really been active with you, I'm not apologizing for me taking a break because sometimes I have to worry about my own life as well and protect me. Because sometimes if I ain't healthy, the engine can't run. The car ain't gonna move unless sometimes you gotta give it a rest. In this case, I'm good to go. I'm back. I woke up fired up. So my weekend was
That's
good.
right.
Thank y'all for everybody being patient. But yes, we're back to action, man. So, like I said, I would say Icon and TKO back ready to roll, and we're ready to knock some of this combat sports news out. So, we're gonna go through certain things that happened this past weekend. One of the things that stuck out to me that I seen is Floyd Mayweather goes the distance versus John Gotti III in Mexico. So this, like I say, former world champion Floyd Mayweather went the distance against John Gotti III in an exhibition fight on Saturday night in Mexico City. Floyd Mayweather, 47 years old, he fought Gotti in an 8-round fight with no judges in Mexico. And it was a rematch of a fight that
That
ended in a
part.
massive brawl in Florida last June. So with that being said, of course, Floyd with the win, he's doing exhibition fights. For people that don't know, this is not professional, meaning to say that his record would not be tarnished if he
It's not
take a loss.
affected.
Right, but however, it's all about the money. And here at the Knockout Out, baby, we love that money. So shout out to I would say a boxing legend and a king of the sport, a pioneer, Floyd Mayweather. Thank you because you issued a whole new generation of new boxers today that I enjoy.
That's right.
So we want to say shout out to you. And one funny thing about that, and we were talking about it offline, that at one point of the fight they switched referees. Floyd did not like the
Get out of here.
situation. You know what I mean? Like, which has never been done before. But we
Right.
got to remember, ladies and gentlemen,
I
exhibition really
swear, that's
means,
some new stuff. That's some new stuff.
yeah, because a lot of people don't get it. Exhibition technically means a entertainment. We're just showing off. We're just having a good time. It's not, as say, high intense competitive action.
Display of
So, folks,
skills.
correct, absolutely. So thank you for clearing that up for me. So for folks out there, when you think about Floyd nowadays, it's not the type to go out here and he got to go, head down and swinging. He's just more putting on the show for the folks. And so we want to say shout out to Floyd Mayweather as he's always putting on, and we love him a lot here at the Knockout Hour. We're going to say something real quick at Devon. Excuse me, Snooty is doing the thing for a second. We're going to shout out right here. We got Walter. He had a comment that said, I really like the addition of Snooty. Will he stay when D-minus returns? I like that. Walter's a good friend of ours
Hey,
here, Snooty. And yeah, man. So he's showing love, brother. So hey,
I
that's
appreciate the
fine, sir.
love. I appreciate the love.
No doubt, man. Thank you, Walter,
Hey,
for
look,
always tuning in.
anything, I'll just say, and not tooting my horn. I'm saying anything is possible, at all
Mhm.
times.
Oh yeah, because like I say here at the Knockout Hour, man, we just keep growing, we keep learning. And before I get on with other news, when I mean to say that I'm tired of, I'm back from break, is to say as well that on social media I'm gonna get more active. That's one thing I need to do, and I want to congratulate and thank every single one of the viewers for these from the beginning to right now that been rocking with us and been growing along this whole journey with us for 6 months. We have now crossed that 100,000 viewer threshold. That's right. 100,000 of you guys in this hour have sat there. Right. You know what I mean? And it's amazing. It blows my mind that y'all are that interested to hear our perspective here on this show about the combat sports news. And we want to say, honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank y'all so much for always being here with us, especially Walter and some of you other guys like Walt. Walt's been a consistent member of the show. We love you guys. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. And yeah, we're gonna get active. We got to start doing more with our friends. I want to say fans. I'll say friends because we're in the community together
That's
as
right.
we try to figure this
Family,
thing out.
family even.
Yes, sir. So we salute y'all for tuning in and taking the time to listen to us every Monday night. So we got a couple other things I'm gonna try to get through really quick. We got Canelo Alvarez. He's gonna be in the fight against Edgar Berlanga. I think I got that right this time. In a 12-round fight for Alvarez's undisputed super middleweight championship. Who you got? You got Edgar or you got your boy Canelo? Who you got? It's going to be September the 14th in Las Vegas on Prime Video pay-per-view. So who you got in that fight?
Hey man, I feel like that one is kind of up in the air. I ain't even gonna lie as far as those two, because I have not had enough fights that I've seen to give a fair, fair assumption, fair anything. I mean, I don't know enough about it, but I do feel like from what I've seen.
And like I will say this too, like
I do feel like from what
only reason I'll say that is because Canelo, yes, he has a long story career, probably one of the best that ever done in his weight class and his division. I would give him that because he is a great fighter, great champion. But with the other guy, Edgar Berlanga, he is a young guy that can crack. What it means to say that boy, he may not have a lot of professional fights, but when he lands that punch, he lands that punch. Well, like we like to say, a TKO. But the real question is, people really have, but yeah, he could drop bombs, bro. He got bombs. I give him that. But the thing is, Canelo is smoother than silk, man. He knows how to move that head. He knows how to change position, hit at angles, and that's how you got to be elusive in boxing. And I think in this fight, let's just say this here to knock it out. We're gonna get some money on the fight. Let's say Canelo knockout. Let's say possibly between the 7th and 9th round. I'll say that. I'll say that. Let's just go with that. Because Berlanga, you may have bit off more than you could chew, big dog. So we're gonna go ahead and let's put our money on that. Really quick, we got several other quick fights. We got Daniel DeBose versus Anthony Joshua. It's gonna be on September 21st in London on the Zone pay-per-view. If you want to check that out, it's a 12-round fight for the vacant IBF heavyweight title. We also got another good fight, and my man Mike Tyson will be going against Jake Paul in the 8-round fight in the heavyweight division in November 15th in Arlington, Texas, on Netflix live in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. We already know for the old heads, because I'm an OG in this life, in this game of what we call fighting, because I'm on the other end of 35, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I mean? So for me, and I'm pretty sure with the Fox, we both can agree Mike Tyson is going to hurt that boy, and he's going to cut him off, and he's going to bite off a piece of that ASS. That's right. I think that's what's going to happen.
Your boy dead.
What you got? Mike Tyson, baby, all the way. We're really talking about this.
Your boy dead.
Yeah. Hey, food. That boy.
Food. If we being for real, man, there is no challenge. I don't care how old Mike Tyson is. Hey, man, he ain't forgetting nothing. That's a bicycle to him that he ain't never forgot how to ride. And, they can play it up all they want to. He can, whatever. Bro can say what he wants to, man. That's Mike Tyson. Like,
but
he can really hurt you.
Now, let's play devil's advocate, right? Let's say this young buck plays it smart. The only way he can play it smart is he's going to have to keep Mike moving. He has to keep staying on the outside.
He better.
He can move. He got to keep moving because let's be honest, with Mike's age, if the fight gets long in the tooth, it's going to be harder for Mike to stay with him in that fight. So as long as he stick and move, he has a chance. The later in the fight, there also can be a slight chance because again, he is 58 years old. However, in the world that we know, boy, you are food. Like you.
I swear to God.
Son, you a dinner. Like picking teeth with you dinner. So we're gonna go ahead and and we're gonna say shout out to Mike for the victory. We're doing it for the old heads. We love Mike Tyson. He's winning the fight. Let's do it. And after that,
Mike about to be out there. Mike is out there about to be head hunting. He trying to. He know if he go outside of that limitation for his cardio, it's over. So he trying to take your head off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel for old buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine a body shot from Mike Tyson right now. Whew.
Mm.
They gonna drop it. I say a body shot gonna take that boy out. First one, bow up, I quit.
Boy, hey,
Fuck this.
they gonna have to go. Hey, they gonna have to go way up on the booking fee for me to take that one.
I'm telling you,
Uh-huh.
no way, no way. And then we're gonna end up with our last thing when it comes to boxing here. We're giving a fight schedule. You will have a fight because they do have Shakur Stevens. I ain't gonna waste my time talking about that. But you got Usyk versus Fury. You're gonna have a rematch
But yeah,
on December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on the Zone pay-per-view. And it's for Usyk's undisputed heavyweight championship. Wow. We will see as time transpires.
mm,
And let some time to cook to see what's really going on. We got a comment here from Craig. We're gonna read this real quick. It says, "How do you feel about O'Malley and UFC 306? I think he's gonna roll over Duvall. Great show, TKO. We are in the 156 Bravo division in Korea. We listen every week in the break room as we don't get TV here.
well, you
My
got some
man,
reach,
thank you,
boy.
man. Heck yeah, shout out to my man
You
Craig.
got some reach, baby.
Hey, that's what's good.
Okay.
It seems like you're in the military, and if you are, man, shout out. My mom was in the military. I was born on a military base in Michigan. That's why I love the Wolverines. But yes, sir, if you was in the military right now, thank you, sir, for serving our country. We appreciate you. We thank you, and again, man, thank you for taking the time to
Definitely,
listen to the show. When it
definitely.
comes down to O'Malley, I would say this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, MMA, I'm a little not caught up, but let me look at this real quick. And I know Israel did get beat by Duplessis. Shout out to Duplessis. Yes, sir. Military. Yes, sir, man. Shout out. I was Air Force baby myself. And I always, every chance I get, I tell my servicemen and women out there and everybody as well should do this. You tell them the littlest, it may not mean much to you, but it means everything to them. Thank you for your service for this great
That's
country.
right.
That every single day
And
I had the opportunity to live the freedoms that I have and be able to do what I do in this
because of
country.
you,
Yes, sir. Thank you, Craig. Thank you for what we have here in America.
yeah. And look, and also, it costs nothing to open your mouth and say the words "thank you." Like it ain't gonna affect you at all, but it could mean something like super big to the person who might not feel appreciated. You know what I mean? For putting their life on the line for our freedoms. So like, yeah, definitely. I feel like Teddy feels like at least speak up and just say thank you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Y'all take that time to go sit there and greet these servicemen and women that does everything for you to have what you have right now.
That's right.
So to give a shout out. And as regards to O'Malley, I'm currently trying to look that up, and I'm sorry if I don't get his opponent, but I would say one thing about O'Malley for sure. He is the face of the MMA right now. To me, O'Malley can't do no wrong, man. I love his fights. I'm sorry of late I've been able to not been watching others, been very busy, but I know when it comes to O'Malley, that boy, he is something else. He's the next level of where MMA is going to right now. He knows he got long arms, long reach with his division. Would I say eventually would he have to move up? Possibly. I wouldn't say now. I would say he can definitely stay in the division for a while, but I think he will be a champion, let's say, for the next 3 to 5 years. And like I said, I think he is the future of this sport, and he is the face of it. So I will say next week, thank you for letting me know. I will get some more information out of the UFC next week because I know that you're listening, and we're going to definitely, not say probably, make sure that we get more information for you guys over there. And so that's what we're going to break down today when it comes to last thing on the MMA talk. I'm sorry. I did say that Israel Alexandra lost to Duplessis. Real quick on that. And he also took him out with a choke. I love Israel. I think his passion for the business and his family is tremendous. However, Duplessis is doing the same thing for himself. I think sometimes with the press conferences, they do a good job selling the fight, but they also did a good job telling their story of who they are and where they come from. And I was very, very impressed by those two guys. Duplessis got the win. I am a Israel fan, however. Shout out and congratulations for him retaining the title. I think that was a great win with a rear naked choke. Well, I think he caught him with a front choke, but it was very slick, very good. He studied Israel. He knew what to do. Israel ran right into his hands, and I hated to see him lose, but the right man won that night. So Yeah, man. Shout out to him, and let's see what these two gentlemen will have in their next fights going forward. We'll see what the paths they will take. Because I think Alex Pereira said he don't mind moving back down for one more fight in that division. So, ladies and gentlemen, watch out for that. Because I love me some Alex Pereira now. That's my guy. Whoo, that's my dude right there, Alex Pereira. I love that guy. He is so good. All right, so we're gonna try to roll through the WWE part of this. We got a good while. It was only 7:20, so we rocking and rolling right here, baby, right on time. So we're gonna go back to August the 19th, and as the show unfolds, it pretty much breaks down like this. We're not gonna go in depth on every subject, but we're gonna try to keep it moving and keep it fun. So Randy Orton kicks off the show. He does a promo to let Gunther know, you know what I mean, when he comes back on Monday night in about, let's say, this point in 2 weeks, because the pay-per-view will be this weekend. He will come back a 15-time world champion. Gunther comes out there. Yes, sir, 15. He's now currently tied with Triple H with 14, and that is a tie for second all-time compared to John Cena and Ric Flair with 16 world title championships apiece. They are the ties at the highest level right now. So it's saying that means it'll put Randy Orton a step closer. And also knowing that he did re-sign with the WWE for a nice lucrative deal. So we know that Randy Orton's going to be around for a while. Can he break that record against Gunther? We shall find out. Ludwig Kaiser does come out to help Gunther, and he attacks Randy Orton's knee. So later on in the show, they do have a fight that goes on. A match, that goes on, and I will get to that. So then you had Sheamus and Pete Dunne in a one-on-one competition fight. After many weeks of Pete Dunne attacking Sheamus, saying Sheamus turned his back on him once the Brawling Brutes broke up. He felt like Sheamus didn't do anything to help him in his young career on the main level. And so these two had it out in a great fight, and Sheamus comes over with the win, which I think was a very interesting and good fight. Then we had Maxine Dupree versus Ivy Now. Ivy Now and Maxine Dupree used to be good teammates, and she is now part of the American-made group, which is now Chad Gable, because he left Alpha Academy, and he's with the Creed Brothers and Ivy Now, a very good tag team with three very good wrestling-based guys. I like it a lot. As the match was about to go on, Maxine was getting busy. Actually, Maxine wasn't bad, brother. The Wyatt Six comes out and attacks. Uncle Howdy eventually gets to a point where he gets Chad Gables and gives him the Sister Abigail. So this Monday night, tonight, check it in. Uncle Howdy will make his debut match tonight against Chad Gable. You do not want to miss that fight. Very good storyline. I love it a lot. I like what they're doing with the Wyatt Six. Have you been able to hear anything about the Wyatt Six since they returned? As they formulated a couple weeks ago. Have you been able to see anything about that or heard any news about the Wyatt Six?
I haven't heard anything at all, man. Honestly, man, like here recently, it's just been super straight work, wrestling. You know, I'm busy, doing stuff and continuing the process of this career, man. And I can't. My son talk about it. I cannot stop hearing about some things, but the details, and I hate it because I love watching my wrestling. I love keeping up with what's going on. So, for me not to be knowing some of this stuff, I'm sick about that. I mean, I'm not happy about it. But
it's no
I will say this.
Trust me. Yeah, ain't no need to apologize because I'll be honest.
No, I'm saying I'm apologizing to me. Look, I love my wrestling, and I hate that I can't see some of this. So hearing some of this stuff is like I'm catching it on the end, and I have not even experienced it yet. You know what I mean? Which I mean, that's the only information that I would have. You know what I mean? So it's double-edged sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the main thing was about when this show started, I didn't even watch the weekly product. I was more of the pay-per-view guy because they do a very good job of catching you up of, let's say, 2 months worth of stuff in a little short window. However, once this show started up, I was like, hey, let me get invested into the product. And this, again, too, for me, shout out for Hulu right now, because when they go to Netflix, it's going to be a whole different world. Everybody got Netflix.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, I think that probably be the end of my days at Hulu. Once they switch over, I think I'm done with Hulu. No disrespect. I like Hulu. If you want to sponsor me, please shout out to your boy. I'm not putting you down. You know that, please.
No shots taken. No shots fired.
Do you watch? Have you ever seen what's that show? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. with Danny
It
DeVito.
sound familiar.
Oh man,
It sound familiar. I bet you if I start looking at it, I'll be like, yeah, I seen this, and just it's something that clicks when you say that. But
Hey man, check it out. It's all over.
as far as the weekly product too, I'm with you on that, because way back before I started doing my own thing, I was constantly watching, right? And so once you start working, you focused on building your own thing. You try to catch up when you can, but like it's like, I'll go back and watch a video or look up something that I might have heard of that piqued my interest. But like some of the boys, they constantly watch, and some of them they get it when they can. You know what I mean? And I mean that's me. That's my story. Between kids, work, wrestling, and just trying to take a few minutes for myself, hanging out with my boy, building stuff for the kids. We got busy lives out here, so we can't, sometimes sitting in front of the TV is not possible. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's why a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I watched everything. But this is like right now, I'm literally reading off this iPad.
Catching up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I love this thing ever since I got it. It's like it done changed my life. But it's just helping me out because, like, right here, the next thing on the show was you had a CM Punk promo. He was talking to Drew McIntyre, discussing to him that he wants a strap match and laid out the gauntlet challenge to Drew McIntyre. Of course, Drew accepts that challenge. So we're going to have a strap match in the Bash of Berlin, which will be this Saturday on the Peacock Network. So check that out. One of the matches I wasn't able to see, and I hate I didn't. Here you go again, WWE. The New Day and Odyssey Jones versus the Final Testament. And I can't sit there and be able to tell you what happened because, again, WWE with this BS again. But the New Day and Odyssey Jones defeated the Final Testament, and that was the results of that one. We had a no disqualification match between The Miz and versus Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed did come out with the victory. However, once he come out with the victory, he tried to splash The Miz again and put him out of competition. However, Braun Strowman comes rumbling, stumbling down the ramp, and he stops Bronson Reed from attacking and laying more injury to The Miz. And we shout out to Braun. So we already see the path that this is going. I like it. DMINUS mentioned to me that he said he likes Bronson Reed a lot and he enjoys his work. I like the splashes. I think it's a good way of getting him over. Now we know he's going to have to bump chest assist with Braun Strowman. I think that's a very good matchup. I'm in for it. Yeah, chest assist. I'm with it, man. They're going to be slapping meats, pause. So I'm ready.
Oh, Lord. Not the meat slap.
See how I slide it in.
All they missing is the oil of the baby.
Hey, pause again because I said slide it in.
Easily.
Easy. So then we had Damian Priest versus Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio. It went to a no contest, as everybody already knew. It was a setup that the Judgment Day came out there and laid waste to Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, excuse me. And then you had the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. It was a triple threat between Damage Control, the Unholy Alliance, the Tag Team Champions, and then you had Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler as they're the new group called Pure Fusion Collective. And your winners were Fire and Dawn retain their titles. And so that's went down. Oh, and the main event of the evening was Randy Orton versus Ludwig Kaiser. And we already know the result of that. Randy Orton with the pin in a very good matchup to end the show. A lot of good selling. Being a vet in the ring, I think Randy Orton took very good care of Ludwig Kaiser and showing him, to take his time, be patient. I think, again, Randy Orton is just one of those guys. He transcends what a normal path for a wrestler would and should be. Instead of slowing down at his age, he's just
that's right. I was just about to say. I'm sorry.
No, you're going. I was just saying, just the smoothness. He controls the match. He paces himself very well. He knows to lead his partner. His opponent to where he needs him to in order to capitalize on the moves.
That's right.
Him. Again, I think that's a very lost art in this business. Is always move and go, spot and go. Sometimes
it really is.
In general, yeah, you take your time and you invest in the product because when you slow down, people got time to see this. And when they see this, that's the money.
That's
So
right.
for a lot of you young folks, if you're taking notes out there from your boy TKO Snooty Fox to my right on my screen, but he will let you know too in a second, yo, slow down and enjoy the moment because you're gonna be
That's
really
right.
sitting around some of these weekends wishing, hey man, I wish I had one more match. I could have done it
Yep.
again. That's the times you need to slow down, appreciate your moments.
That's
On the
right.
Houston Fox as we close out Monday Night Raw. You want to add on to that, my brother?
Yeah, I mean, I was with you all the way with the Randy Orton thing, man. That's one of the guys who, hey, he gets better and better with age. Some people you can see, each year that goes by, they slow down, they stop taking so many bumps, they do this. Hey, everything he does makes sense to me. Everything has a purpose, and everything is an ending with a story like that you can understand. So yeah, definitely shout out to Randy. It's touching on the slow down thing. Like, yeah, they tell you when you get in, if you think you're moving too slow, slow down some more. You know what I mean? Everybody's so worried about doing the next thing. Nobody has time to process what you just did. Uh, you slow down, and I just had an experience with that where I had to just say, hey, this is my thought on what just happened. Slow down. Like that's always the most common thing you hear when you ask for opinions. Even if you don't ask, somebody gonna say, "This is what you could have did." Slow down. Like stop rushing through it. Make everything mean something. Let everything marinate. And it's not all about just running spots, man. Chill out. Just
It
tell a
really
story.
isn't. Exactly. That's how we get in this business. Your job first is to entertain. It never really said anything about super cool or, the other things. Guys, your job is to entertain to the people that paid their money and the people that's going to be buying your product. You make sure that they get the product they're paying for, gentlemen. So
That's right.
it's free game, ladies and gentlemen. You ain't got to pay for this now, but you're going to pay for it later. So if you want some of these good advice, hey, man, you're going to have to pay game. Pay game. All right.
That's right.
Give me y'all some
Give me the
knowledge.
money.
Give me all the money. Give me the money. Give me the money. Yes, give me the money.
Jesus,
All right. Hey, I'm gonna get through this real quick, and now we're about to get goofy. We done started it up now. Because I told you about the rest of it. We're gonna move through this.
Oh
quick.
Lord, here we go.
Oh man, here we go. Yeah,
Hold on,
we're
I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. I'm listening. I'm listening.
I'm going to do the review of SmackDown. All right, so on August the 23rd, we got the SmackDown review. They started off the show with a grandioso entrance for the Grayson Waller effect, the show that they like to do for Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I would say they did a great presentation on their intro for that. That was really good. However, they was talking smack about Kevin Owens possibly turning on Cody because we all know Kevin Owens has a nature to always turn on some people that's close to him. So the big thing throughout the night was we were trying to tell the story as it went through the night. Will Kevin Owens turn to try to secure a championship against Cody Rhodes, and they'll be going against each other for the WWE Undisputed Championship this Saturday at Bash of Berlin. You also got LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. Excuse my dog. I'm scared about it. My wife and kids coming home, so my dog's excited. So if you hear Kobe, he's just saying hello.
Chill out, Cole. Chill out.
Hell, Daddy trying to make some money, baby. So we got it. And that fight, it was a very, very good fight. I like it. It was short, sweet. It was a U.S. title champion, the United States Championship on the line. And LA Knight, of course, he comes out with the win. I love LA Knight's theme song. I like his vibe.
Yeah.
He's also, yeah. I love that dude, man. Yeah, Knight. Yeah. I love that dude, man.
Please don't hit my car, guys. Thank you.
And so we got the next battle. It was Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill, as we like to call them here on the Knockout Hour, Cocoa Butter Express. And they were going against
Cocoa Butter.
Cocoa Butter Express. And then you got Apple Fire. I mean, you got Fire, Dawn, and Blair Davenport. They was in a women's 6-man match. For Naomi, Jade, and Bianca, they came out. All three of them wore gear of Simone Biles as she won gold medals at the Olympics she participated in. So they all had gear inspired by her. And Jade Cargill actually looked impressive. I know people give a lot of flack, but she came in. Hot tag was good. She was showing a lot of fire. Her shots looked better. Her selling, again, she's going to work on it. So I think she's doing a great job. But shout out to these women that had a great match. And then we had the Bloodline versus the Street Profits. The Bloodline is the WWE Tag Team Champions, and then when it gets the Street Profits, which were the number one contenders. And with that bout, we had the Bloodline come out with the victory and retain their titles, and the Street Profits went away. As the match was over, they kept on laying the boots to the Street Profits until DIY came out to try to assist, but Jacob Fatu, as a madman, a werewolf, handled that business and laid everybody.
That's bad, man.
Oh, yes, sir. That's the money right there. And then we got A-Town Down Under versus Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes to end the show. Of course, with Owens and Cody Rhodes with the victory. So that was the final word, and that went down on Friday Night SmackDown. The main thing I would just ask you really quick before we move on, I would say the most alarming thing that we can talk about is, let's say, 2 issues I pick up from that show. Number one, let's see. Number one, when it comes down to the Bloodline, and let's say with Jacob Fatu, we already know the destination where the big money matchup again is Roman and The Rock. However, we know Jacob Fatu and Roman's gonna be take my money match as well.
Oh my God, boy!
That match right there is good. So my view is, since Jacob Fatu has joined the WWE, and I know you've been able to see plenty of the videos that he's been doing and seeing his work. What do you think about him in WWE so far?
Man, Jacob Fatu is that guy. You know what I mean? And I've been fortunate enough to spend time with him, and that dude is everything that you see. Like, that's who that guy is. And it's crazy to me that he went in not very long ago and he's participating in the match that we talking about now. Like, that tells you everything. The guy is, everything about him says superstar to me. And I'm not saying that because I've spent time around him. I'm saying that dude is dope. And you put him with a guy like Roman Reigns, who can do anything. Your best heel, your best baby. Like, man, you can't lose with that. So yeah, there's other matches that people might put at the top of the card, but for me, like, I don't know. And maybe it's just like, you got up there that quick, you know what I mean? And you with a guy who's been doing it. Maybe that's the whole, I don't know. But I feel really good about it. I feel like some people's perspectives are going to change once this happens.
Absolutely. And then the next part, because I do agree with that, I think Jacob Fatu is the future of WWE. He's one of those cornerstone pillar young guys like a Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser, even a Gunther.
Breaker, that's my boy.
Yeah, man, a lot of people sleeping on some of these young bulls. They got
I swear, better wake up.
Phenomenal talent. Even the NXT, you got Obafemi. Wait till that big son of a gun get on TV too. Obafemi, boy. God, that's my dude. And shout out to Miss J. Parker. Miss Parker.
Miss Parker, good God almighty.
Bruh, she
how you doing, Miss Parker?
I'm telling you. Shout out to you, Queen. We love you to death here at the Knockout Hour. If you'd like to join us on here, please hit us up. We would love for you to be on the show with us and tell us why did they call you Miss Parker? And I think we know why. But if you got some time, drop a line in our email and hit us up, please, because we'd like to have you on the show. But I would say shout out to her because she won the opportunity with a 6-woman gauntlet match. She defeated Soroka then to get that final pin in order to get an opportunity against Roxanne Perez at WWE NXT No Mercy coming up very soon. She finally has a first time ever opportunity. Personally, me, y'all, I hope she wins, because I think it's time a changing of the guard. Let's get a young, fresh person up there. She is so charismatic. It's not even with her wrestling. For her to be on screen at the limited time she has,
right?
She is money. Yep. It's just, she got the swag. And I think it's time WWE need to go ahead, drop that from Roxanne, because I do not see anybody else right now that can really challenge her on the level of how they're keeping her.
That's right.
That's the problem. But shout out to WWE too. They're gonna go to the CW starting next month. I may be
one. That's right. And one thing I do know is the most impressive person that you could see is an underdog, because they got everything to prove. So when you put them in a position to where they can and they have something to motivate them to show everything that they got. That's the person you want in that position. Let me put this underdog who's being underestimated, underutilized in this position and see how bad they want it. When they already got potential, that's the person. That's the person all the time. In my mind, and I say that actually from experience because of how I came in and how quickly I moved along, even before I was ready. Mm-hmm. Like the stuff that you do, and it's a lot of things that people can do in wrestling to make stuff happen for you. I corrected myself. I'm sorry. I guess I can say shit.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying I'm trying to edit myself. Anyway, it's a lot of stuff you can do in wrestling that can change the pace of how things happen, and I experienced that. So I'm always pushing for the guy who people think this stuff ain't about to happen for, because that was me. I'm standing on the side of the ring. I'm security guard. The people cheering for me. Let's do something with this guy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
He money. So that's the person that I look at that, and people who have not experienced that may not look at that person in the same way that I do, because they may not see the value. But I see value in me. I know what I can offer companies, like as far as the business end, on the wrestling end, it's a lot of stuff. So shout out to the underdog.
For all the ones out here, and I'll say that for the dog, and me too. The big dogs in the house. You know how I do. If y'all don't know, ladies and gentlemen, me and City Fox been traveling in so many different scenarios up and down the road. I'm gonna tell one quick story.
Right.
That this one right here. All right, so we're gonna do story time in 10 minutes. We're gonna try to do this. I'm gonna tell one. Make sure
I get time for that school story today.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Because if you see the time to the top left, you see the time right there ticking, right?
Okay.
All right.
The clock's ticking, dude.
Yeah. So when you see around 50, that's what we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna try to get it in between 50 and 55. All right.
All right, got it.
All right. So that's why I'm gonna try to make the story fast. So for everybody out here, one time I was traveling in the car. This is not snooty related. It's gonna be a different one, all right? But
I was about to say, hold on, wait a minute. Tell me in privacy first.
I ain't gonna tell them.
This could be bad.
No. So we were riding, and so in this car trip, it was me, my trainer Eric, and another guy named Tim, the FMA man Tim, and we were traveling down to Georgia to Action Pro Wrestling, and it had to be possibly about let's say maybe 2 years ago. So we're traveling. We're moving down the highway pretty good. Well, not necessarily. This was a bad situation with the car. I'm not going to get into it. We just had a lot of car problems. So the trip took 10 times longer than expected. So let's say it takes us 6 hours to get to where we need to get to in Georgia, which is Tyrone, Georgia. Shout out to Action Wrestling. If you're in Tyrone, check them out. They do a lot of good work. But when we rode down there, we stopped at the gas station. As my trainer's like 6'3", 6'2", about sub 300 pounds, pretty big guy, so, and he's African-American for black. Okay. So he got locks and all that. Name is Eric.
He's brown.
Brown skin brother. All right. And so when he's walking back out of the store to come back to pump the gas, this white man, older white gentleman out of nowhere looked like, the way he came off, the way he said it seemed like he was at the auction to buy slaves. The way he said this, it was hilarious.
My God.
Yeah. So my man Eric was walking to the car, and out of nowhere he said, "You's a big old boy, ain't you?" And I mean, Eric tried to keep it like being very nice as he is. He turned around to the man that says, "Yes, sir." He said, "Boy, I bet you can run a mile." And I'm in the car with tears in my eyes as like Eric's pumping the gas, and he's trying to really not look at the dude.
Hey, my stomach hurt trying to hold his in.
You know what I'm saying? So he's over there just mesmerized, just staring at Eric like he never seen a brother that big, in his life. And it's just me and Tim in the car laughing. So shout out to that gentleman at the store. We appreciate the joke. It was funny. I had a good time. But the way he said, "You was a big old boy, ain't you?" I was like, Lord have mercy. Who said something like
He
that?
was excited as hell.
I'm telling you,
Oh my God! Look at it.
like when he's walking behind him, he just staring him up and down. Like, how much can I get for him? Type.
You ready? I can say on you, huh?
Good boss, so I get some money on you, boy. But oh my God, every time I think about that story, I get tears. I'm goofy, y'all. I'm sorry. It's no way in direct way. Like, shout out to that man. I'm
Hey,
not sitting here, we're
no,
not
shout
it's
out,
just
because
funny.
look, people could have did a whole lot of other things other than laugh. Like if you laugh at that situation, then you a good dude, because you could have just been like, oh, what you trying to say? Like, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But like, hey, people like us, man, bro, hey, we ain't taking stuff like, man, it's 2024. You know what I'm saying? We way past that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, we
But
sorry to hurt people, man. You treat us the way we want to be treated. If
that's
you
right.
treat me with dignity and it's not malice or anything, no hurting, dude, I'm not coming after you. We
But
understand you're absolutely correct. But however, we do identify the other fools and jackasses out there that doesn't respect other people. And for you, sir, and anybody man-wise, we ain't got time for you.
we
Because
don't.
we're on a higher level, because God is blessing the path for us. He's sitting there laying away that anytime I see negativity, we avoid it, because we know God got a purpose for us, and
That's
it
right.
doesn't include you. So you
Right.
losers can keep hating. I'm gonna get into this really quick for I'll allow you to tell what
Popeye
happened.
chicken.
Yeah, no, not Popeyes, but just in general about life. You would think that most people that listen to you and view you, shout out to the ones that do on our show, we love you a lot. But there are some out here that will spend more time on someone's page to hate
Harassing.
on them.
Yep.
Yeah, no, hate. I'll say hate. Here's how they do it. They would go on the page and see your work, and then they'll go share it amongst other people and try to
try to
make
troll
somebody
you.
yes, or try to laugh when they don't even realize you're the joke, because you're spending time out of your day to pay
Searching,
attention to me when I don't spend zero time worrying
thinking
about you.
at all.
Zero. Okay.
None.
So, and I like that, again, people on my page are very positive. They always uplifting. Shout out to you. I know there's others that do not. And I would say thank you. You're my number one fan, because without you hating on me so much, I wouldn't be this successful in life. You are the reason I motivate
That
myself
part.
every day. Yeah, because I know every day I wake up, you hate the fact that I'm smiling and I'm still moving. Snooty Fox is doing the same thing. You can see my finger. So a lot of y'all out
Movement.
there that's hating, keep doing it, because the only thing you do is make me and Snooty Fox more money, more booking, more
On your
more
mind.
professional. More professional too. Because hey, I could call you up and I ain't got no button. Bleep, bleep, bleep. No, I ain't gonna do that.
I do the beep for you. I do the beep for you.
Right.
1, 2, 3, beep, 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 beep. Oh man, that's right. We ain't got to do that. We can say what's on our mind, baby.
Yeah, but I'll just say that really quick to let you know, and that we're gonna move on real quick, because when it comes to school, and I'm gonna be really brief on this unless Devon take over. Devon, look at the time. So like 55. That's when we're gonna probably be wrapping up. But I'm gonna leave you plenty of time for that. But I'm gonna let y'all guys know out here. Let's take care of these babies as they go to school every day. If you're out there in this community, it only takes a set of eyes, and to make sure you protect these children, because these are number one assets. These are our future, ladies and gentlemen. And
even if they are not yours.
Absolutely. Make sure you protect these babies, because this is what, again, we work for, we live, we wake up in the morning. So I'm gonna let Devon, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I keep saying her name. Snooty Fox. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna let him tell you about what transpired or could have, again, by the grace of God, and again, her being very self-conscious. We're gonna let Snooty Fox talk about this really quick.
Yeah, so yeah, like started with touching on what he said. Anybody, kids, like, I don't care if I see something and it stands out. If my child is not there, somebody else's is. Even an adult, if something is something that draws my attention, I'm gonna say something. So real quick, because I know the time is short, I just want to share this because it may help somebody, it may not, but it's a story to be told, and I need to say it. So today, I went to go pick my daughter up. I went to go pick my daughter up from school. When I pulled in, I immediately was drawn to this guy. He looked super out of place. He's on a bike. He's leaning on it. He's pretending to do things in his phone. The screen is not on. I noticed that immediately. So I go fly over to my daughter. I get her in the car. I'm like, is this guy work here? Is there any reason he should be here? Like, whatever. She's like, no, he doesn't belong here. And he actually just made me kind of uncomfortable. So when she said that, I don't even want to talk about it no more. I'm going straight to the guy. So I pull my car over to the guy. I open my door. And first, I don't want to jump to conclusions, so I'm trying to fill him out, see if there's a reasonable explanation for why you are here. Hey, how you doing? Everything okay? You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just waiting on the ride. You on the bike. So why are you waiting in the parking lot of the school instead of at the road? So whoever's picking you up has quick access to you. I live around here. I don't care about that. You made my daughter uncomfortable. I suggest you just move along. So when I move, nobody else feels uncomfortable. And like, please, for your sake, don't let me catch you in this parking lot again. And that was with all seriousness. It went from there. I did the next thing. I called the cops. I tried to call the school. It's after hours. I don't know who to contact. Remember, I knew a resource in the school that I could reach out to. This friend of mine who may know who to call, crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's. But the whole point is, watch your kids. And at my daughter's school in particular, when school lets out, they can't just wait in the school for their ride if they catch a car. So my daughter is stuck in this situation. And now that's all about to change. And I won't rest until it does. My daughter will not be outside. Because y'all are responsible for our kids from the time they get to the school until the time that they leave. So again, keep an eye on your kids. You never know when something can happen. It takes 2 seconds. If I'd have pulled up 2 seconds later, I don't know. I have no idea. And I can't even really entertain the thought, but I know the potential of a person who has stuff like that in their minds, and they're willing to create stories so that they can continue this mission. But Snooty will whoop your ass in the school parking lot, like about mine or about any other kid in this parking lot. So message for anybody who might be watching or might see this later. Don't pull up in my Chapel Hill High School. Please don't pull up over there, or don't pull up to wherever his kids go, because that's my brother and them my nieces. So I don't know.
You don't want us, and see, like I want. See,
don't get it twisted with the wrestling stuff.
I'm about to punch this camera, man, because that junk really does irritate me. That these creeps, these disgusting folk. I'm sorry, like I know it's a mental issue, but you need to mentally go get help. If you don't understand the logic of these children is not to be touched or played with. And it really upsets me. And like I said, shout out to you, again, being very observant, because a lot of people don't check their surroundings and really catch the vibes when things like that goes on. So a lot of you people out here, be progressive. Do not be where it happened, and then now you want to react. Be a part of it before it happens. Be a reason why these kids can rely on you to make sure you take care of them. So from the Knockout Hour, thank you for telling your story, Snooty Fox, because these people need to understand our children need protection. Let's do our job as a community to make sure these babies are okay.
It can happen to anybody, man. I mean, it can happen to anybody, man. Like, hey, nobody's exempt. You can do everything you can do as a parent, but you can't watch them all the time. So things have to be put in place for these babies. My daughter is 17 years old. She's still my baby. There are things that have to be put in place to protect these kids. You are not watching my child if she's outside of a school behind a locked door. That is something that I'm about to fight for. It's starting today. And it does not just include my daughter's school. These kids going to be protected. If I can do anything about it, it's going. And I'm going to use every bit of my platform and anything that I understand as a resource to protect these babies.
Absolutely. And I thank you so much for sharing that because, like I said, that's my family, that's my folk, that's my brother, that's my niece, that's my nephews over there. And, you know, I'm going to say this real quick. Don't get your ass whooped. I'm sorry.
Please.
Like, I'm serious. Like, we do not play that. But we got 5 minutes left. And honestly, you know, I would like to take the chance again for all the people out there that attended Icon Pro's 3rd-year anniversary. We thank you. That's all we can ever do is give thanks for everybody that donated and took the time to come to our show and cheer for us, applaud, you know, booed, whatever. We glad you were able to support Icon Pro Wrestling as we keep trying to move forward, as grow as a company. If you want to sponsor us or you want to be a part of our company, let us know. You can hit us up at Icon Pro Wrestling LLC at gmail.com. We got so many good things that's coming up in collaboration with Popeyes because they're willing to help with us with all our community activities we're trying to do as we got the winter months are coming and we know Thanksgiving is coming as well as Christmas and Halloween. So we want to make sure these kids and these families have plenty of food. As much as we can go donate and give to these folk, let's do it. It's our job to make sure as individuals, not a government, but people that are neighbors in a community, you step up and you take care of the ones around you. So we're going to definitely keep working hard. We're going to try to work on the coat drive. If you have coats that you're not using, there are plenty of kids, adults, and several people in this community for sure that would definitely need your donations as well. It's not always about money, ladies and gentlemen. It just takes simple things. Sometimes you got plenty of cans in your cabinets. Just check the dates, and those will be very well accepted that we can use to give to some families during these holiday times as they try to get presents and good meals. Let's make sure we all doing an effort in protecting our communities as, again, citizens of the United States, not about political issues. We do things here because it's the right thing for every man and woman in this planet Earth. So I know that we talked a lot about WWE tonight, which we will wrap up in a couple of minutes. If you haven't had the time, check them out tonight on the USA Network. I know they're back on there until the end of the year. They will be on Netflix. But before we leave, we want to make sure that y'all get a chance to know our socials. If you want to contact us for booking, contact us just to talk. Anything you want to do, that again is reasonable, and we'll be able to get to you in a time that we can. Shout out your social media, Snooty Fox, before we leave the show.
Excuse me. So yeah, you can connect with me on Facebook, Snooty Fox, as you read it on the hat, the Y at the end, 2 X's. So that's the Facebook fan page. Also Devon Rigsby on Facebook. 2 G's, 2 E's at Snooty Fox 2009 IG, and also on formerly known as Twitter.
No doubt, no doubt. And mine as well. My name is Teddy Allen Jr. on Facebook. You can also hit me up on the Knockout Hour on Facebook. But TKO336, where you can find me on all social media platforms. That including YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you guys for joining in these past couple of weeks as we have learned to get better and grow as a company. Also, Icon Pro Wrestling. If you want to check out a lot of our matches, me and Snooty Fox matches that we have had recently, no doubt that we'll be able to have that up soon. We are in a production stage right now with the last show. But, you know, I would like to say, you know, after 3 weeks now, you joining me on the show, man. It's been a pleasure and an honor. And he will be back here next Monday to be joining us again. And who knows, like I know that someone mentioned earlier, I think my man Craig, let me make sure I go back and get the right folk that said that.
Yeah, that's Craig.
Yeah, Craig, no doubt. Craig, yeah, shout out. Hey, you never know, baby. We're gonna go by God's will. We're gonna pray on him. But I think that it's something like that is not that hard to do, man. It's just all about, hey, how many more Mondays can you do? It's a question. So we want to say shout out to Snooty Fox for joining us. And we're here at the Knockout Hour next Monday. Again, everybody, thank you to every single one of you guys that last week we went to 100,000 viewers mark. And we're going to thank y'all. We're going to keep doing it again. Let's keep growing. Let's keep loving each other as a community. Hey, protect those kids. And let's get ready to watch some wrestling. Tune into the USA Network tonight. It's about to start in a couple of seconds because there's a hot Monday Night Raw and WWE's on fire, baby. So from here, from TKO, the notorious one. I know DMINUS is not here, but shout out to my man right here, Snooty Fox. We're at the Knockout Hour. We'll catch y'all next Monday. Check us out on YouTube and all that good stuff. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? I got a TKO on wherever the pool is at. What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? Got two toolies of my own, I don't need a gang. Hold up, no sir. Step into the mic, bring me closer. Sabotage back in the lab, and to stop that, you gonna have to go through both. Swole up. Anytime I pull up the bars, I buck up my shoulders and pour the heart. Word to God.